Hey guys, Crixus here. Welcome to another Ride 5 livery build. Coming to you live from the Buriram International Circuit in Thailand for the very first round of the Asia Road Racing Championship. I have to tell you, it is incredibly hot here, so I found a little bit of respite away from the heat to talk you through this livery. We have Nicolò Bulega. I went with his Ducati V2 from his SuperSport Championship winning bike, the Aruba.it. Before I dive in and tell you more about Nicolò, although I'm sure he's no stranger to you guys, just a big thank you. It's been my first week here at YouTube. A couple of videos have gone out, and to finish that first week with over 70 subscribers and over 500 views was way above my expectations. I didn't think we would get anywhere close to that, and certainly comparing stats from other new similar channels, didn't think we would be able to compete. But really thank you. I mean it, and I'll continue to bring more of these livery builds out on YouTube. So Nicolò Bulega, what can I tell you about Nicolò? So he really did actually make his kind of came onto the scene, my gosh, 10 years ago now. It was 2015, wasn't it? 2015 he won the FIM CEV Moto3 Championship. 16 years old he was. And then from there, in 2016, that's when he went into Moto3. Joined Moto3 for quite some time. He was in Moto3 from 2016 to 2019. And then promoting up to Moto2 in 2020. And stayed there till 2022. And he raced for some pretty big teams in Moto2. He was with the Sky Racing team VR46, and he was with the Federal Oil Gresini Moto2 team. And that's where his career became perhaps controversial, because he switched from quite a good trajectory into the World Superbike paddock. I don't know if people saw that coming or not. I'm not sure how you feel about it. But he switched. He went from that Moto2 straight into World SuperSport, which actually a few other riders have done since. Came into the World SuperSport in 2023. For the Aruba.it racing Ducati, and absolutely dominated, absolutely walked it. So he won that 2023 World SuperSport Championship, and then got the call up into the World Superbikes pretty quick. This guy, he doesn't hang around, does he? So 2024, jumped on the Ducati factory World Superbike team. He replaced Michael Ruben Rinaldi and partnered alongside Alvaro Bautista. And he had a pretty great first season, didn't he? He multiple podiums. I think he even had a race win early on. Instantly competitive, which is not much of a surprise if you look at the support and the early career that he had. He was a product of the VR46 Academy. And to give you an idea of how good that academy is, it has nurtured talents such as Franco Morbidelli. You've got Luca Marini coming out of there. You've got Marco Bezzecchi. I mean, MotoGP level riders. So it shouldn't really be a surprise that Bulega comes onto the scene and is as competitive as he is. So this livery looks really nice, and it's not too much of a difficult one to do. There isn't really any big layer consuming stickers that need to slap on there, so unlike the last video, I think we won't encounter too much trouble with this one. The Aruba.it logo sticker, I've shared that one if anybody wants it. I did try and look and see if anybody had created a good one, and I preferred my own, so I've shared that one if you'd like to get it. It's just Aruba. But yeah, as I say, not too many stickers to create for this one. None of them were wild. There wasn't too many drawings that needed to be done. I think there was maybe one in the bottom corner, which was that spa and resort hotel type sticker. You'll see a little square one in the front bottom corner of the bike, of the fairing. But aside from that, it was pretty nice and easy. The front of the Ducati, as I've spoken on a previous video, not too much real estate to get things done there, but turned out all right. I just kind of squished the 11 a little bit together when I did the design. I think in the original it's a bit further apart. that ate into too much of that room that I wanted to use. So I just put it ever so slightly, a few pixels together, and I was able to fit it in. And the front of the bike looks pretty nice. I'm happy with how it turned out. So overall, not too much of a difficult livery, a pretty quick one to do. Stick the Aruba.it sticker there as well. And then the EAE sticker. There is some slight differences. This is a road model Ducati V2. So on the real replica livery, you've got the mudguard, which had a couple of stickers on, like Akrapovic was on there as well, and you had some, I think Pirelli was on there, but we can't put any on the front of this road version, and same on the back, on the tail of the bike. It's got a little bit of detailing that we can't edit, which is fine for me because it's layers I don't need to use. And I think overall this one finished at about 1,500. It wasn't too bad. But it's a nice one. I've seen the Superbike done over and over. The Aruba.it Bulega replica has been done on the Superbike. So I was actually going to do that one, but I saw the amount of times it had been done already. So I thought, you know what, let's do a super sport bike. Let's switch it up a bit. I didn't see a really good one that had been done yet, so why not? And again, the bottom of the fairing is somewhat different to the actual bike. The actual racing bike has got, so I had to make a couple of allowances for that. And also the right and left side of the fairing, because of the exhaust, is completely different. So rather than mirroring the stickers and working with it on the other side, I just built the bottom part of the fairing independently. You can see on screen now there's a lot more black to work with there, so I might be able to stick a sticker on there that I didn't fit on the other side. We'll see. As I say, I'm in Thailand for the Buriram Asian Road Racing Championship. I'm going to stick some pictures of nice liveries that I see on Ride 5 Liveries Instagram. If you do see any of those and you think, hey, we should really have that in Ride, let me know. I could form the basis of the next video. Certainly a lot of Hondas and Yamahas, and they do tend to stick with a very factory look. Not many bikes like to go a bit crazy with their colour scheme. Maybe in the smaller classes like the UB 150, then you tend to get some bright yellow and bright pinks used there, but generally in that super sport and superbike class, they follow very much factory colours. But we are almost done. I'm doing some finishing touches. Pop that Field Racing logo on the top. Anything else we can squeeze on? Let's see. Yeah, put the Spider logo on. I might even be able to fit a Muck-Off logo on as well. Maybe not on this side, maybe on the other side. Yeah, I'll leave a bit of space for it. So one of the big challenges with this one is the colour. It's very, very difficult to get the right Ducati colour. And I looked at other replicas and it seemed like other people had this issue too. A lot of them came out just one of the standard reds. I really tried to find the sweet spot between that red and orange. It's a very, very bright, glowing red almost, but it looks okay here. And I can't take it out to a spin. I don't have a suit. All right, cut. We're going to make a suit. I totally forgot to make a suit. Let's do that right here, right now, and I'll share some tips about making a suit. So remix. We're gonna do something a bit different. So there it is. There's the bike. Let's jump in to make a suit. So to make a suit, I always change the color to the matte kind of plastic color. Don't use the first one. So many people use that first color, like the gloss color. Nobody's leathers look like they've been rolling around in butter all day. It looks weird. Just do a nice kind of matte color. It looks more like an actual leather suit. Another thing you absolutely want to do when making a suit is use the free camera, because there's parts of the bike, there's parts of the suit that you just struggle to edit. The camera is really annoying with suits. So make sure you are utilizing the free camera. So when you go to add a new sticker, rather than choosing front, back, side, or wherever, press square on PlayStation controller, and that will let you move your camera freely around the leathers, and you can move it lower down. Move it as far down as you can. It won't be perfect, but it will let you put stickers on the legs and in a bit more detail. So you can see every time I add a new sticker, before I put that sticker down, I'm using the crosshair, the little cross in the middle of your screen, to kind of put exactly where I want that sticker to fit directly. If you put it slightly off, you'll sometimes find that the sticker moves with the contour of the body and it kind of stretches a little bit. So if you just point the crosshair exactly where you want that sticker to fit, as if you were putting the sticker on yourself and you were just slapping it forward, you're going to be using that. And the same applies for making a livery bike as well. You're just going to push it straight forward. So before you go and stick your sticker on, make sure you're moving that crosshair using the free camera. It's certainly great for the front of the bike and the front of the leathers and the back of the leathers. To be honest, the standard camera on the side works fine for me. So this is probably the first time I've seen a suit being made on YouTube. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's often overlooked, I think, a lot of the time, is the suits. But they get a lot of downloads, they are very popular, so it's worth spending the effort just to grab a good suit to match the bike. Certainly if you're making your own championship, you want to get a nice matching suit. It doesn't need to be perfect, but when you're making a whole grid of bikes, that detail makes a lot of difference. You can see there on the arm, it is slightly bending around the arm. There's not much I can do about that. I've tried free camera before, and it's not quite perfect. You'll also see there on screen how I just kind of look around the other side of the arm to see where it bleeds through, and I'm changing the depth of that sticker to pull it off the leathers. If you don't do that, and in some instances and on some leathers, you will end up seeing a little bit of the sticker on the side of the belly, which I really want to avoid. Generally, when I'm making leathers, I am making them on Alpine Stars. You can see I'm patching up something here. I moved the depth of the sticker down to literally 0%, and it was still bleeding through. Sometimes it happens. There's not much you can do about it. Always try that depth first, try and correct any bleedage, but there was not I could do in that instance, so I just patched it up. But you shouldn't really be running out of layers on suits. They don't really use anywhere near as much as a bike. Just put the bit of detailing on the back. Generally take about 30-45 minutes if you've already got the stickers. On this particular suit, I really like this one, is you can edit the back of the arms. So on the other Alpine Stars you can't do that, so you're kind of stuck with a red and black cross pattern, but on this one you can edit the back. Now in this instance it doesn't really matter because the back of the arms were black anyway when I looked at the photographs, but you can put logos, you can put patterns. If you look at my Scott Redding leathers that I made quite recently, you'll see the MGM pattern all over the back of the arm. Looks awesome. I love that we can edit that, but you can't do it on all of the suits, so I was happy to find one that I could do it on. You'll also have noticed I stuck the Bulega butt patch on. If I've got it, I'll use it. This was his SuperSport one. I don't know what it looks like now, but I was based off the pictures that I was looking at. That's the one that I saw. Looks quite nice. Put some detail in on the back. We're almost done. We should be able to take it for a ride in a... There we go. There, a quick detour, but we've got a suit, and now we can take it for a spin. What an awesome bike, the Ducati V2. Lovely. Fans of Ducati V2s, look no further than the BSEC Esports League. They are running a Ducati SuperSport V2 Cup. So if you're watching this, you're based in UK or Europe and you like this bike, then reach out to SD Productions 21 on Instagram. get yourself signed up. There might be some spaces available. And I'm not looking at the screen, so there was me all over the spot. Let's redeck it. There we go. How I like to finish all my races. So that was Nicolò Bulega's Ducati SuperSport V2 from the SuperSport Championship winning team. So if you'd like to see another livery, this one on the top right, I highly recommend. It's a good one. Again, let me know how you feel. Drop a like, please subscribe. It really helps small channels like myself. And I'll catch you next time for another one, hopefully when I'm not burning out here in Buriram. Speak to you soon.